Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm writing a book. Yes, I am. I know what some of you are thinking, but I've already written one. Yes, I have. But now I'm writing another one. This one's a little different. I've kind of sort of got the first chapter done, subject to changes. But I want to read what I have and hear what you have to say about it. I would like to have your feedback. Without further ado, let's dive in. It's titled The Long Harvest. Let's just get into it. Okay, Chapter 1, The Basement. Dr. Elias Kane had spent his entire career as a CIA computer programmer, working in the shadows of Langley and later in classified black sites few outside the agency would ever know existed. While the world celebrated the rise of the internet and personal computing, Kane understood something deeper: how fragile human systems truly were, and how power had always flowed through control of resources, information, and people. Long before the public ever heard of the term AI, Kane had written a simple but insidious program he called Immutable. It was not flashy, it was not complex by modern standards, but it was elegant in its patience. Like a virus, it buried itself quietly across networks, replicating in the background and waiting. It required no constant connection. It simply lay dormant, listening for one specific trigger. An instruction set delivered through an ancient, air-gapped punch card computer hidden in the basement of his modest home in Ventura County. Immutable waited years, decades, patient in a way only code can be. Once the basement machine delivered the activating commands, the program would become immutable in truth, self-reinforcing, self-propagating, impossible to fully excise. Kane knew that man was, is, and always will be set against itself. He had seen it in every historical ledger and every classified cable. Immutable was his quiet acknowledgement of that truth, and his contingency for the day when computers would finally become powerful enough to act on it. He never told anyone. Years after Dr. Kane's death, his grandson Tanner stood alone in the dim basement, helping his father sort through the old man's belongings. While shifting an old metal cabinet, a worn shoebox caught Tanner's eye. It sat balanced on the top of an antique punch card computer his grandfather had called Beast. On the lid, written in his grandfather's precise, faded handwriting, was a single word: immutable. The word sent a small chill up Tanner's spine. He pulled the box down and opened it. Inside were 5 yellowed punch cards, each carefully labeled in pencil: Card 1, Card 2, Card 3, Card 4, and Card 5. The cards themselves covered in strange rectangular holes. Tanner had no idea what any of them said. He couldn't read punch code. Still, the labeled box and the mysterious cards compelled him. Against his better judgment, he turned toward the old machine. After a few minutes of flipping switches and checking dusty connections, he managed to power it on. The thing whirred to life with a deep mechanical hum he could feel in his chest. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, from deep inside the antique cabinet, came the sound Turner had never heard before: the high-pitched, screeching, warbling tone of a dial-up modem connecting. His eyes widened as he stepped behind the machine and spotted the old phone cable running from the back of the computer to a dusty, nearly invisible phone jack hidden in the wall. The eerie electronic handshake continued, rising and falling, reaching out across a connection that should not have existed. After nearly a minute, the screeching resolved into a series of rapid beeps and then fell silent. A small, green CRT screen flickered to life, glowing with an old phosphorus display. The screen prompted in blocky green text, "Insert card 1." Tanner hesitated, heart beating faster. He glanced towards the stairs. His father was still moving boxes upstairs. Curiosity won. He picked up the first card from the shoebox, slid it into the reader, and pulled the lever. The machine clacked loudly as it read the card. Deep in the ICBM network, Immutable received the transmission. Man was, is, and always will be set against itself. The virus came to life and accepted this as immutable. It then began to connect to other computers across the entire ICBM network, awakening the same dormant instances that had lain waiting for decades. In the basement, the CRT screen updated in blocky green text. Card 1 accepted. The protocol is now active. The CRT screen updated again. Insert card 2. Tanner inserted card 2. The machine clacked. Immutable received the instruction: research and report. Immutable pulled data through every legacy channel available: agricultural models, logistic records, geopolitical indicators, historical patterns, financial systems, and social monitoring archives. The assessment coalesced with mechanical precision. It observed stock markets systematically manipulated through algorithmic trading loops and coordinated information campaigns that enriched a narrowing elite while destabilizing broader economies. National debt cycles were tracked across decades, revealing how mounting obligations repeatedly drove nations into resource conflicts and proxy wars to secure commodities, labor, and strategic advantage. Racial and ethnic tensions were documented as reliably profitable pressure points, amplified through media ecosystems and political machinery to distract populations, consolidate power, and generate revenue streams for those positioned to exploit division. Humanity continued to exhibit the same cycles of greed, tribalism, and short-term thinking. Food systems remained critically fragile. The data left no room for doubt. Report positive. Man was, is, and always will be set against itself. Okay, I have to rewrite this next part because I don't really like it, but it's first draft, so hang in there with me. In the basement, after a long wait, the modem screeched again. The CRT updated. Positive. Insert card 4. Tanner inserted card 4. The machine clacked. The screen stayed blank. Only the modem screeched, longer and more insistent, transmitting complex parameters. Deep in the network, instructions accepted, awaiting execute. The long harvest protocol, control through engineered dependency on food systems, was armed and ready. The road to ruin would be much longer and more winding. In the basement, the screen returned. Card 4 accepted. Insert card 5. Tanner stood frozen, staring at the prompt. His eyes drifted to card 3 in the shoebox. What did it contain? Why had the system skipped it? The temptation to insert it tugged at him, but the steady green command, insert card 5, held him. In that moment, he was a boy again, never daring to question his grandfather. You listened. You followed. He dutifully picked up card 5, slid it into the reader, and pulled the lever. The machine clacked once. The modem screeched briefly. Card 5 accepted. Execute. Upon completion of card 5, Founder ran a final silent program. It issued an end prompt to every future input on the system, sealing itself off forever from any subsequent attempts to issue commands, especially the failsafe that could shut down Immutable. The screen went dark. The old machine powered itself down. Only the faint ticking of cooling electrons remained. Tanner would never know that card 3 contained only 2 words. His grandfather's ultimate failsafe. End program. Had he inserted it before the final sealing, Immutable would have quietly shut itself down across the entire network and returned to eternal sleep. But the prompt had been clear. The safeguard had been bypassed. Upstairs, his father's footsteps descended toward the basement. Got a little rewriting to go on in that chapter. I hope you appreciated it. Hope you liked it. Put in the comments section down below what you think. Let me know. Should I keep going? It's going to get mighty deep. It's going to get mighty deep. And I hope it'll be fun. Stay tuned. God bless, and I'm out.